Slightly populated Brevard County, while only 15 to 20 miles wide, stretched for 70 miles along Florida's east coast, midway between Jacksonville and Miami. Its main feature, an elbow of land called Cape Canaveral, jutted out into the Atlantic. The cape covered 40 square miles. Early Spanish sailors who came up the coast and then moved out into the North Atlantic noted the abundance of cane reeds and gave the area its name, Canaveral, the Spanish name for a thicket of canes. It was the second oldest place name in the United States, next to that of Florida itself. While most vacationers and retirees went through the area to Palm Beach or Miami, North Brevard residents turned from hunting and fishing to nourishing citrus groves. Industry barely had a toehold. Only one firm, Harris Electronics in Melbourne, employed over 20 workers. With the heaviest population near Melbourne in the south and the county seat Titusville in the north, Brevard County had no central focus. But it did have room. It covered almost as many square miles as the state of Rhode Island. The people of Titusville looked directly east over the Indian River, Merritt Island, and Banana River to the Cape. A larger community, Daytona Beach, hugged the Atlantic 50 miles to the north. Orlando lay 30 miles beyond St. Johns River, the county's western boundary. Organized in 1855, only 10 years after Florida entered the Union, the county bore the name of Judge Theodore Washington Brevard, Comptroller of the Sunshine State. In October 1946, a committee of the Joint Chiefs of Staff decided that Cape Canaveral in Brevard County was the place for the military services to test guided missiles. Several factors dictated this choice. The flights went over the sea, not over inhabited territory. They could go southeast more than 5,000 miles into the South Atlantic. Many Caribbean islands offered sites for electronic equipment to monitor the flights. The Banana River Naval Air Station served as a support base, and the launch area was accessible to water transportation. This decision set in motion a series of events that over a few years brought 25,000 engineers to the area, more individuals than had previously lived in the county. When the first space workers arrived in 1947, they found no shopping centers, schools, churches, libraries, or theaters, and few residences. They had to drive on a narrow road to Orlando to purchase the things they needed. And yet, 100,000 people, the spaceport workers and their families, were to come in a short time. Besides servicemen and personnel of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, set up in the meantime, numerous companies had their part in this tremendous enterprise. Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, Pan American, TWA, IBM, RCA, Convair, Grumman, Lockheed, Rockwell, General Dynamics, General Electric, Bendix, North American Aviation, and Martin, among others, and their suppliers and subsidiaries. In a short time, the area was to be an internationally known center for space exploration.